Hello everybody, welcome to another Roblox Studio tutorial. Today what we're going to be learning is how to make a NPC dealer shop UI. So basically, if you ever played a game like Criminality or any games like that, you have like a dealer NPC that you can interact with to open a shop, and that's what we're going to be making today. So first things first, let's go ahead and insert a just an NPC. I just inserted a basic one, basic NPC. You guys can make this look however you want. If you guys want to put a hat on it or something, just look up Shaggy, and you guys can customize it however you like. Make sure humanoid root part is anchored, but it should be anchored already. And yeah, so first things we're going to insert is we're going to insert an attachment into humanoid root part. We will drag this forward, and we will name this interact attachment. And inside of here, we can insert a proximity prompt. We can make it hold duration 1, max activation distance 5, and we can get rid of that interact action text. So now when we go up to it, we should should get E and then hold it down. Obviously nothing happens yet, we haven't coded it, but we will do that now. Just go ahead and move the mic over. So first things first, let's go ahead and get a UI up in here. So we will say screen, we'll make a screen UI. We will name it to shop UI, and we will insert a frame. You guys can customize this however you would like. Link to all, I will make this one big model. Link to it all will be in the description. We can throw in a UI corner. Make that background like a grayish. I kind of like that. Okay, just didn't want to save. We'll name this main. If you guys want like a little header type thing up here, make that. All right, then want to save there. All right, we'll name this header, and we will insert a text label in here. Oops. 1,0, 1,0, make the background transparent to that. Again, if you guys don't like how this looks, make it look however you want it to. Why is it not saving? It's like being really weird. Okay, that is being really there we go. I don't know why it's doing that, but okay, it just doesn't want to work good today, I guess. Whatever, we'll leave it like that. And last things we can insert is a button. Put it inside of main, and this will be our just like purchase sword button or something. So it doesn't have to look good or anything. Leave the background transparency 0, purchase sword. We'll just make it $10. So and last things, let's go ahead and insert a text button to here. And this will be our close button. So I don't know why it's doing all this stuff, this weird stuff that it's doing. Okay, whatever. But you get the point. So we will just we will disable that, and we will put it inside of our NPC. Just put it inside of the interact attachment itself. So we'll go ahead and insert a script inside of proximity prompt. Name this handler. We'll say local prompt equals script.parent prompt.trigger. Actually, wait, before we do that, we'll say local attachment equals prompt.parent. Let me just see something real quick. Alright, prompt.triggered connect function player. So we're defining the player. So when we trigger the prompt, we have to define the player, because how else are we going to see which player to put the UI inside of? Then we will say if player, we'll say if not player.player GUI, we'll find first child shop GUI. Then so we're just, this is the name of the actual UI that we want to insert. We will say if we don't find that, then local new local cloned UI equals attachment dot shop GUI clone cloned UI dot parent equals player dot player GUI. Let's also, I guess, just set the walk speed and jump power. Yeah, we can do that. Player dot character. Actually, wait, let's do this. We'll say local humanoid equals player dot character colon find first child humanoid. If humanoid, then humanoid dot walk speed equals 0, humanoid dot jump power equals 0. So now if we hit play and we test this out, and we go up to the NPC and we interact with it. Oh wait, I forgot to actually enable it. So make sure in here you say cloned UI dot enabled equals true. Try that now. And as you can see, we now have our UI, but looks kind of you know, very basic, very like it just jumps onto the screen, kind of, you know, boring. Let's add some cool effects to it. So to do this, we will insert a local script inside of our shop GUI. Wait, what did I insert? I don't know what I inserted, but insert a local script inside of that shop GUI. Then say, we'll name this just local handler. We'll say local new blur equals instance.new blur effect, new blur dot size equals 0, new blur get service lighting. And we'll say game get service tween service create new blur tween info.new not quotations 1 enum.use.quint. Then we will say we'll do squiggly brackets, we'll do comma squiggly brackets, size equals 15, and then we'll just play that. And let's see what that looks like now. So if we interact with it, a blur effect comes onto the screen. So there is a random button in there. That's, I guess, what I inserted. This thing. Just delete that. The hell is that weird ass button? It's this. Is this it? I think that was it. So I guess that was it. Now let's let's add a sound to it. So we'll say that we'll insert that. We'll name it opening. And then we can just say script.parent.opening play. So let's say you want like an opening sound in your shop UI. You could just insert this. And now it comes on. What is this button? What is this? Let me just copy that. So I deleted this button in here. But what is this button that it's showing? Is it this text label? I'm guessing it's this text label. I'll delete that. So we'll reinsert this. I don't know what it's. That was very annoying, but whatever. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. I kind of want that blur effect to be bigger and faster. So we'll do 0.25 instead. So now let's get to actually purchasing the weapon. So this is a sword. So we'll just name that to sword. Let's get a sword model. We'll make a folder. So we're gonna make a folder inside of replicated storage, and we'll name this, I don't know, we'll name it weapons, and we'll take that classic sword, we'll put it in there, just rename it to sword. And on top of that, we will make a remote event inside of replicated storage, and we'll name this purchase event. And we will also make a script instead of service script service, and we can just name this the same exact thing. So let's insert a folder to make this easier. We'll name this weapon purchase. We'll name this folder purchasables. So we're inserting it inside of that main, the main UI, which holds like the sword button and all that stuff, and we'll just throw it in this sword right here. And we will go ahead and insert a local script in here. Purchasables handler, say local player, it doesn't really matter. Game colon get service players, local player, local replicated storage equals game colon get service replicated storage. Make this capitalized. Local purchase event is replicate storage colon for child purchase event. Then we will say local main equals script.parent local purchasables equals main colon for child purchasables. So then we can say for I weapon in pairs purchasables colon get children do. So anytime we insert a new weapon in here, we'll be able to just we're setting up a system right now, so it's easy to add new items. So whenever you add a new button for a new item, just put it inside of this folder. So we'll say weapon. So weapon is referring to this button. The weapon right here in this code is referring to this button, the sword button. Weapon.mouse button one click colon connect function. We can then say purchase event colon fire server, and then what we're going to send over is we're going to send over weapon.name. So what we're sending over is we're sending over that button name, which we will be able to access in here. And while we're at it, let me just go ahead and do something. Let me make a thing called so make a folder inside of weapons, which is the actual name of the item. Then you can insert that tool, and then you're going to insert a number value, and this will be named price. So this could be whatever price you want it to be. So we have it set to 10. That's what we will make it. So for I weapon in pairs, principles, go get your own do, blah blah blah. So that is all we need in there for now. So now go inside of your purchase event. I'm going to go ahead and say replicated storage. Game called get service or replicate storage. Local purchase event equals replicate storage going with child purchase event. Local weapons equals replicate storage going with child weapons. So we will say purchase event on server event connect function. Then we will define the player, because first things you always need to do when doing an on server event for like a remote event, make sure you define the player first, and then whatever whatever comes after the player is what you send over. So if player comes first, and then anything you send to the remote event will come after the player. So player, and then we'll just name it weapon name, because we sent over the weapon name in right here. We can say now local find info equals weapons find first child weapon name. If find info, then so what we're doing here is we're finding the actual information about the weapon. So whatever information we have in here is what we will access. So then we will say if find info, then local price equals find info dot price. Then we'll say local tool equals find info find first child, which is a tool. We'll actually just do this. We'll say find first child price. Then we'll say if price and tool, then we didn't make a leader stats yet, but we will right now. We'll say if player dot leader stats dot cash dot value is greater than or equal to price dot value, then we will do player dot leader stats dot cash dot value equals player dot leader stats dot cash dot value minus price dot value. Then we'll say local cloned tool equals tool clone tool dot parent equals player dot backpack. So that should be good now. Let me think. That should actually be good now. And then we need to go ahead and code that those leader stats. So we'll make a new script inside of service script service. We'll name this join. We'll say game dot play. Actually, we'll do game get service players dot player added connect function player. We'll just say we don't need to do that. Say local leader stats. This is not a new folder. We'll parent it to the player. Leader stats.name equals leader stats. Then we will say local cache equals instance.new number value. We'll make its child. I just fucking burped and coughed at the same time. Cache dot name equals cache, and that should be good. And then we'll just set that value to 100, so we have enough cache. And one last thing we need to code is let's just go ahead and close that close button. So we're gonna make another remote event inside of here, and we will name this close GUI. and we make a script in here. We'll name this close GUI. Do all the same. We'll say local local close GUI event. If UI and UI destroy, and we'll just reset it to what we'll just put the walk speed and jump power back to what it was at. Make sure you have, if you're using jump power like I am, make sure you down here you click character use jump power in starter player. And one more thing, we will go ahead and let me name this close button. We will insert a local script into here. We will actually no, don't insert a local script in there. Go back inside of the local handler inside of the shop GUI, and we're gonna say this. We're gonna say script.parent.close button dot mouse button one click connect function nubler destroy, and then we will say game get service replicate storage dot close GUI fire server script.parent. So now let's go ahead and test out everything and see if everything is working. A lot of coding, a lot of UI stuff, but let's see if everything's working now. Shop, as you can see, we have 100 cash. We now get subtracted it. We get 90, but we get our sword. If we want to purchase more, you can. But you see, as you can see, we get subtracted cash. Click this, and our UI gets destroyed. And then we can reopen it and close it. Purchase more swords, but if we don't have enough cash, we can no longer purchase swords. So that is how you make a NPC dealer. Very basic, obviously very basic system. If you want to see a more advanced version where maybe I can show you how to add more weapons to it, how to make your stuff save, how to make the amount of cash you have save, what weapons you have save, like a backpack system, something like that, please leave those in the comments below. We are so close to 400 subscribers. We are actually right there. So make sure if you enjoyed this video, you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It is so very appreciated. We are literally right on the brink of 400 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. We just hit 300 like a few days ago, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I've been loving. It's so awesome seeing so much support on the channel. I love every single one of you guys. I love seeing the community grow. I want to make a huge community. I just want to help a generation of scripters and builders and developers on Roblox, so that's all. That's my goal, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.